morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever and wherever you are. And welcome back to the Beta Plan playing Shadowrun. So, I didn't actually do any shopping. Why is that? Well, I have noticed that when we are attacking a single foe, we tend to attack him with our cyberware. Taking out his AP, causing him more or less already to be, a non-factor, and then cutting him up and bleeding to death, rather than doing a single damage from afar. So these spells, they actually seem to be a bit of a misbuy. And I don't want to do that again. We use our spells mainly to either heal ourselves up, or in order to, do some area of effect damage. And that's what I want to focus on. Moreover, some of these spells, they require me to have intelligence, which I do not have. They require me to have intelligence 3. So I think I will boost up my intelligence to intelligence 3. Get myself also Biotech 2, which is good for a front fighter, because that A, improves our health kits. We gain more HP from a health kit that we use. B, we can see with Biotech 2 the HP of an enemy, so we can calculate more or less what we want to do, which is kind of handy. Duncan has this on his own, but it will also be good if we have it. I think Gobbet has it or something. At least we have another person that has it, or no, I think it's Rector. Anyways, so I didn't buy any new spells. Other things we could buy, for instance, is cyberware. There are certainly some cyberware things I still have on my wish list. However, the cyberware I can buy now would bring my essence down to 6.25. And that means I'm unsure if I can buy anything else extra on top of it, because the minimal essence cost of Bioware is either 0 or 0.3 for the next step. 0.3 on top of 6.25 would bring me down to 5.95. And the way the game works, they say, well, if you have 5.95, you have Essence 5, and that will bring down my magic. And I don't really want to do that, so I'm really not... I want to see in one go if I buy all the things I want to buy from Bioware, if that is, bring my Essence to 6 or to 5. So that's why I'm really hesitant to buy that. We could buy some better armor, but then again, yeah, I really want some extra spells, which are expensive, and I want the cyberware, which means that, and we have been doing decently. Of course, we did use a dog wagon trauma kit not too long ago, but, well, I think that was just perhaps of me a little bit sloppy play. I think that when we get stealth, we should actually go quicker into combat mode and not just walk around. Having said all that, I think it is time for a mission where we don't need to stealth. I think it is time for some action-packed adventures, so I thought we're going to go to the Ares Asia Holdings facility to plan the data. More because, as you move to board the train, your PDA buzzes. Rector, answer the comm. His craggy face flickers onto the screen. My friend, there is something I would like to discuss with you. Something related to the Ares run that you recently accepted. That's funny, I was just heading out to do that job right now. Well, wonders never cease. An amazing coincidence, wouldn't you say? Dad, are you keeping tabs on me? You wound me, my friend. But I suppose that I can see why you would think as much. In any event, once you have heard the content of my message, you will be thankful. You don't need the end here. You will be thankful that I did call. There are men, former colleagues of mine at that facility. I tracked them here from Russia. They are thieves. They stole my research. Tracking them is the reason why I moved to Hong Kong in the first place. At long last, I can recover what's mine and bring the villains who stole it to justice. But I will need your help to do it. I need you to bring me along on this job. Actually, I already had that mine anyways. Of course, you'll be the first man on the train when we head out. Thank you, my friend. I will be there directly. You will not regret this decision. I guarantee it. The line goes dead. Actually, I wanted to take Rector along. Really, because, we're going into a facility. I hope for some ducts where his drone can enter. Moreover, we need a decker. We're going into a building. We need some way to pass security. And then the last thing we need, what do we need? Do we want Duncan? Do we have range now in Rector? Do we want Gobbet for some magic backup? Or do we want some Red Samurai action? No, I think we're going to go shoot a lot. So a second person that can heal outside of me would be good. We're going with Rector, Isnobel, and Gobbet. Time for a mission where we can go a little crazy, a little loud, a little bit of action. Because that's what our character currently can do. We don't have intelligence, we don't have charisma. We need to raise those up a little bit, or at least intelligence. Central Hong Kong spills out along Victoria Harbour, all glittering chrome and neon flash against the night's darkness. The skyscrapers are a jagged nest of mirrored knives thrust into the sky, rendering the clouds as they ascend into the heavens. The Ares Asia Holding Complex squats menacingly over Cater Road. A steel and concrete tumor intertwined with nearby buildings in a web of sky bridges and shared parking structures. You make your way inside and ascend to the 5th floor, a public foyer that connects to the restricted area of the complex. As the elevator opens, you arrive in cold, dimly lit reception area. Beyond it, your quarry awaits. And we have some side missions for this one, that's clear. We accept this. We have to do something for Rector. And if they stole his research, I think it might be good, because that probably means an upgrade to Koshai. At least that's how RPGs tend to work, huh? If you do a side quest for one of your NPCs. Exiting the Ares Asia Holdings elevator on the 5th floor of the skyscraper complex, the antiseptic odor of the mega corporation's offices assails your nostrils. The immaculately detailed interior speaks volumes of the wealth and control the North American industrial giant has come to wield over the free enterprise zone. Rector glances at his bracer, pulling up a page of notes on Area Asia Holdings and scrolling through it. We're looking for a lab between the 15th and 40th. Wow, that is a lot of floors to cover. Everything below 15 is shopping and recreation, and the residential area spans 41 to 92. Wow, where you live is actually above the workplace, so even if you want to go out, you need to go past your work. Never a chance to call in sick when you're not sick. Heck, I'm sure they have cameras up in there. The Alter Repair Circus should be up there as well. I know Taylor and Hardingham. I thought you were talking about Russians. They'll keep it close to their main lab so they can work on the project in all their off hours. And they'll need specialized testing equipment. Things you can't fit in an apartment, even a big one. So everything we're looking for will be near the main lab? Yes. Once we plant the altered visitor record data, we can find the lab's precise location. From there, everything we need should be nearby. Alright, well that is good to know. Find the location of the research lab, plant visitor record. I doubt we can just walk in. Actually, it seems like we can just walk in. But let's talk to this dude anyways. Welcome to Ares Asia Holdings, a division of Ares Macro Technology. How may I assist you today? We don't have corporate, we don't have socialite. I need to get inside, it's just too little. I've got a report on drone field testing I need to present. But you're obviously not an Ares citizen. Why would you be presenting anything? Rector draws himself up straight, puffing his chest out as he raises his voice. I am Dr. Rector, formerly employed by Grecian Aviacor. I was the director of drone development for over 10 years, and the drone you see is part of my latest project. He looks unsure of himself. You can see his eyes flit to a conspicuous panic button mounted to the side of his desk, but he doesn't move. You aren't on the guest list. Rector plows on, his booming voice cutting the secretary's question in half. There's a fully autonomous quadrupedal defense and attack drone with integrated fire direction data management, adaptive auto software parsing, and modular weapon integration. This drone redefines the bleeding edge. What's more, it has an adaptive experience and registry subprogram. To wit, it learns. The secretary blinks a few times, his eyes glazed over by Rector's barrage of technobabble. Oh, yes, I see. That's a lot of interesting information. What should I put down on the arrival sheet then? Rector regards the reception coldly and curls one corner of his mouth into a sneer. Put down that I am here to make a sales pitch. If there is any company in this world with an interest in cutting-edge combat drones, it should be Ares Macro Technology. I have a full report on field and stress tests, part-time to failure, and combat efficiency. Efficacy. I thought you should say this as efficiency, but it says efficacy. And I do not like them the late. Very well. Have a pleasant evening, Doctor. Please stay on this floor until your escort from the Drone Research Division arrives. Thank you so much, Rector. And there we have something I have not been able to show you people yet. Something very, very interesting. These are ducts. These ducts can be used to send in drones. This vent should fit a drone through it. Absent that, there's nothing much you can do with it. We want to take a look-see. This is something special that you can do if you are a rigger. You take your drone and you send it into the vent. Voila! It is a unique ability that gives you, well, a little bit of a peek. We end already the turn because there's nothing else we can do. Power conduit. The power conduit is labeled elevator control and power. A series of tangible cables and wires weaves in and out of the junction box, as it has been patched and made by many times. As if it has been patched and repaired many times. If this is past tense, then this shouldn't be present tense. A note is stepped to the side of the box. For God's sake, don't touch anything in here without contacting me first. This box is the most temperamental piece of crap I've ever worked with. If anything gets luck, the elevator system will go down and take the security card's readers with it. Why did we spend all the nugent on improving security if anyone has to take the stairs, Lee? Oh dear, how unfortunate. The drone could fairly easily rip out some of these cables, rendering the elevator and employee ID card readers inoperable until repaired. Whoopsie! The drone tears out several of the elevator power and control cables, and a number of diagnostic lights begin flashing red. It looks like you're going to be taking the stairs for the time being. Yes, but without the need for identity cards. Do you know how good that is? That is more or less us with a, well, free pass to roam around the base. I say that is pretty frickin' darn good. Don't you agree, my watchers? So they say that this is where we need to go, but something tells me we can do more on this floor. At least we, and after all, that is possibly, if I look at the thing over here, rather the elevator than anything else. Oh, we have a bit of framiness, didn't even notice that. Sorry so much. There we go. End of that problem. A knight errant over there. A knight errant, I should say, probably. Well, this floor is much bigger than... There must be something here we can do. We can't talk to this lady, but we can pick up something here. Ooh, is no bell. I like it that I've chosen the right people to come along with us. This office computer doesn't appear to be fully locked. It's rests on the info page about Ares Asia Holdings. With a little finesse, a decker could probably get into the user's secure email. Have Isabel hack the computer. Isabel reads out a few lines of code and the machine beeps softly. You know, I'd expect Ares employees to be more careful with data security, but I guess nobody's perfect. From inside the machine's secure storage, you can access recent email and recent project data. Oh, well, you read the email. Most of the email is boring, lunch plans, updates and hardware requests, complaints about office lighting and that thing of nature. One thread catches your eye though. I don't know why you're having such difficulty understanding our matrix upgrades. Jiang, I've given you the bypass codes for the blocker IC. Nice, or at least 3 times already. Maybe you should write them down or something. Anyway, here they are again. These codes should allow you to bypass the blocker IC in our secure data store, and also for security scheduling. Don't sass me, Corporal. I won't be in this situation if you hadn't been promised me the matrix upgrades would be complete next week for past 6 months. After 4 months of waiting, I stopped thinking about it. Now every time I make a pull request from our depot, the damn IC gets in my personal face and demands another set of passes. Thank you for the bypass codes though. I'll write them on the back of my hand or something. Browse project updates. Most of these employees' records involve construction projects in and around Hong Kong, but one project referred to as 2231 stands out. Dr. Chung, I am concerned about the project of resources you requested to pursue Project 2231, particularly because we are Ares Asia Holdings, not Ares America. 2231 is an Ares America project, not one of ours. What explanation can you offer for this request? How can it be justified? Same guy, I think. I understand your concerns, Director, but you should be aware that all divisions of Ares Microtechnology have been ordered to support Project 2231 where possible. Dr. Taylor and Dr. Hardingham, we need those guys, are particularly interested in testing their prototype in support of Project 2231. I am simply requesting enough manpower to find suitable subjects to test the prototype against. That doesn't sound good. Not good at all. The risk involved in the local research is unacceptable at this time. This is the entire reason the bulk of 2231 related research takes place at Complex 68G, and why 68G is in the middle of the frozen tundra. I would be willing to divert additional engineers for Taylor and Hardington's project if they would be willing to create another prototype with the intent of shipping it to Complex 68G. I'll talk to them about it, Director. If you think it's not possible in any way, I'll set upon them. Alright. I don't entirely get what that would help us. But we did get some mission items. We got a secure data store IC code and a security scheduling IC code. That's why it's always good to walk around a little bit. Night errand guard. I doubt we can talk to you or get anything past you. Sorry, ma'am. The elevator systems are experiencing a temporary interruption of service. Until they're back up, I'm afraid you will have to use the stairs. So these were the elevators. Did I click on them again? If that are the elevators, what is this then? Ooh. Public terminal. This is a public matrix terminal for guests and visitors. Its primary function appears to be direct and news service as well as basic email. There's also a perfect terminal for you to upload faked visitor IDs. Welcome to Ares Asia Holdings. Please note all activity on the public terminal is logged and recorded for security purposes. Please state your query. Well, alter visitor records. You slipped, and then that's one of our main things. You slipped the data chip into a port on the public terminal and let the worm go to work. After several seconds, the chip flashes green. Now, Ares Asia Holdings records show that Golden Fang has visited on several occasions in the past. Search for Dr. Taylor. Floor 27. Thank you very much. Biography, Dr. Taylor is transferred to the Hong Kong office of area. Yeah, in London. Why is Rector going on that they were in Russia? I don't get that. But drone weapons, that is the same at least. Dr. Taylor is joined on chair on the Ares Asia drone research. Inspection of... I just clicked the same guy. My mistake. Dr. Hardingham. Advanced drone weaponry. The same thing. Also 427. At least now with a floor we know. To the Hong Kong. Also from is London. Again, weapons design and then full artificial intelligence. And there's rapidly changing world with a specific work of the drone research. I would say background information, not something that we have really any good use for, but we know now that it indeed is object. And we need to get to floor 27, and we know that we have security codes. We have taken out the elevator, which means that we can bypass any framiness again. Oh, my computer is bad today. I might just do one recording. I am so sorry. Then again, we are quite at the end of what we need to do, more or less, because let's face it, we have, well, made sure that we haven't been in this room. Can we get into this room? It doesn't seem like it. It just seems to be filler. We have gotten security codes. We have taken out the elevator so that our IDs won't be needed. I think we have done quite a bit. Yes, I think I will simply go transition, and then we'll end the episode. Let's see if anything special happens here. Ah, yeah, let's do this little conversation before we go. Excellent, Deathclaw. We have arrived. Rector straightens himself up, smoothing out the front of his jacket. We could make certain to find the auto-repair prototype while we're here. I'm sure it'll be around here somewhere. Good. Then it won't be too much work to pick it up on our way. Thank you very much for this assistance. Alright, and with that I say I thank you for watching. And wow, there are a lot of objectives on this floor. The next episode promises to be interesting. Once again, I thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.